All right, Shalom. I'd like to start off with saying Ka Halayim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harikak Badash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, my elder Herawan as well. Salutations to the Akim pushing the truth and sincerity and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I'm Chanak Sha'amba Yashala for the Lions in the Yashala camp. And this is another Lions in News and Prophecy. And the article says, U.S. forces under fire in Middle East as America slides towards brink. Right. So as I was reading the title alone, um, um, like when something's on the brink of a downfall or the brinks of destruction, or I didn't understand exactly what the word brink itself meant. Um, so I looked it up. That's what we like to do. We like to look up words and get a true understanding of the meaning and the context of things being spoken. So I looked up the definition of the word brink in Slakia. It says an extreme edge of land before a steep or vertical slope. All right, now that's one definition of it. So and we all know that America is on a downward spiral, a spiraling downfall from its place that it had in the earth at one point in time. As it being a powerhouse nation, the whole world knows that America is losing its hegemony in the earth. And, you know, that's a beautiful thing because it's being brought forth by Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai. This is all prophetic. We're going to get a couple of scriptures going into it, man. This is our captivity being turned back right before our eyes. And the second definition says, a point at which something is typically, or which something typically, something unwelcome is about to happen, the verge. It says the country, this is the cynics that's using, it's like, it says, the country was on the brink of a constitutional crisis. And America's already on that. They started that a long time ago, invading everybody's constitutional rights. Look what they did in 2020 with the free throw. They put everybody at the free throw line to take their two. You know, and America is the one that committed the foul. You know, there was a technical flavor. America should be ejected from the game for what they did to people, man. So now, now everybody is running fearful in this place because this place is on a downward spiral. All right. So now, understanding that word brink, America's on the way to the brinks of what? All right. It says a defective drone in Iraq may have helped keep America from being dragged deeper into a widening Middle East conflict. All right. It says the drone was launched at the Erbil air base by an Iranian-backed militia before sunrise. It says on October 26th, penetrated U.S. air defense and crashed into the second floor of the barracks housing American troops at about 5 a.m., according to the two U.S. officials familiar with the matter. But the device laden with explosives failed to detonate, and in the end, only one service member suffered a concussion from the impact, said the officials, who who asked them to remain anonymous to speak freely about the attack. The United States had got lucky, they added, as the drone could have caused carnage had it exploded. All right, so now, so the elder did a lesson earlier that I was watching, the elders of Kwan, Aharawan, and he was talking about um, how every military base that America has on all these continents are going to be attacked, man. And that's what's happening. All this is prophetic. You know, this is the destructuring of America and Esau. All right, it's like you when you got a string on a piece of clothing and you try to pull it real fast to try to break it and pop it, but the more you pull it real fast, the more it makes the hole bigger. It pulls more of the thread to the point to its ruin, and the seam is busted, and the whole. So basically, we're witnessing the the destructuring of America. That you know, it's being um destructured inside out by Yahweh by Shem Shai. Starting with the economy, uproars with the people, division within the nation. Scripture says a house divided cannot stand, and America was founded on division. So America wasn't set up to stand in the first place. It was set up to be a memorial onto what wickedness is, just like how Sodom and Gomorrah was. You know. Sorry, the article says the incident was among at least 40 separate drone and rocket attacks that had been launched at U.S. forces by Iranian-backed militias in Iraq and Syria over the past 3 weeks in response to American support for Israel in the Gaza war, according to the Pentagon data. The two U.S. officials. It says the bombardment has only caused a few dozen minor injuries so far, with many of the rockets and one-way attack drones intercepted by U.S. air defenses in Iraq and Syria, where a total of 3,000 American troops are based. 3,400 American troops are based. David Shinkir, a former U.S. Assistant Secretary of State at the Washington Institute for Near East Policy think tank, cautioned that while neither Iran and its allied groups nor the U.S. appeared to want a direct confrontation, the risks were growing. Right. And it's going to continue to grow because that's what's being spoken of by Yahweh Bashim Shai through his men, his prophets. It says the possibility of major strikes that draws America into a conflict is a very realistic concern, he said. And the elder did a lesson a while back, not that long ago, but said the least of them shall draw them out. And that's what we're witnessing happening right here. The least of them shall draw America out. These little militias is going to bring America to the forefront. They're going to have to fight. You know, it says I think they are uh, collaborating the attacks to harass rather than kill in mass U.S. troops. He said of Iraq and the Syrian militias, but there is a lot more they can do. So it is unclear how President Joe Biden will respond to a major attack that kills a large number of Americans. Struggling in opinion polls ahead of next week's presidential election, Biden has so far sought to limit the U.S. role in the conflict, mostly to assuring military aid to Israel. The war broke out when gunmen from Hamas, the Iranian-funded militia group that rules the Palestinian enclave of Gaza, burst into southern Israel on October 7th, killing 1,400 people, mostly civilians, and taking more than 240 hostages. Since then, Israel has bombarded the coastal territory relentlessly, killing more than 10,000 people, many of them children. Iran says it had no role in the Hamas October 7th raid on Israel, though it has welcomed the attack. On Sunday, United States Secretary of State Anthony Blinken flew to Iraq, where most of the attacks on the U.S. forces had had have taken place to push Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani to crack down on the militias operating there and avert any escalation. But it's not going to be able to avert it because it's all being brought forth by Yahweh by Shimon Shai, man. All right, I'm not going to go into the whole article. I put the a link to the article in the description box on post production, but I'm going to get a couple scriptures real quick to close it out. All right, this is Revelation chapter 18 and 2. It says, "And he cried mighty with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, is become the habitation of devils, and the whole of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird." Right? And that's ultimately what's going to become of America, man. That's ultimately, that's when all those missiles, 200 million missiles, going to hit this place, and America's going to be totally annihilated, never be inhabited again. Thus saith the Lord. So ultimately, that's what the end time goal is from. But it's a process being set up by Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 47 and 10. 47 and 1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no more throne." Right. So that's what United States is on the brinks of. That downward, falling off the edge of that downward slope all the way to its destruction. All right. All right, verse 2, it says, "Take the millstones, grind the mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers." Yeah, that's the Lord stripping this place of everything. No, America's not going to have anything left. They don't have. It doesn't have the dollar anymore to manipulate the whole world. The military is being like slowly but surely, like what I'm saying, grinded apart. You know what I'm saying? Strategically, being spread thin on every side, and it's out of position to have a war. So, like, America, it's become the land of unwalled villages because they're stretched thin everywhere. They got their hands meddling on all these different affairs, to where, like, they can't even take care of what's going on over here. You know. Verse 3, it said, "Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, thy shame shall be seen, and I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man." And that's what, and Yahweh Shemel Shai, when Yahweh Shai shows up, he's not going to be able to meet him to sit down and have peace talks and negotiate deals. No, he's coming with his glory, the glory of his Father, his glory, and the glory of the holy angels, all in one. So he's coming. He said, "What will I if it already be a fire is set, and what will I if it already be kindled?" So if he's not coming to put any fires out, he's coming to set things on fire. You know. So that brinks that is talking about in this article is America on the brinks to destruction. All right. Lord willing, this lesson is edified and served its purpose with that, like Sekah Halayim, La Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Harikah Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostle, the great millstone, and my elder Harold One as well. Salutations to the archim that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth, and peace and blessings to the men and women and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. Shalom.